everybody, I'm Denise.
I'm Andi.
And we're coming to you live today to talk about stimming.
It's a hot topic.
It is a hot topic, yes. If any of you here have children with autism, you probably are familiar with the term stimming. It's short for self-stimulatory behavior is the technical term. But in our house, we just call it stimming. What about you guys?
We call it all sorts of things.
Yeah.
But we were talking this morning, and we realized pretty much everybody's got it, right?
Yep.
Like everybody does it. I was this morning jamming out to something on Sirius Radio, just totally jamming out my own little world. That was where I kind of centered myself before I got to work.
Visual stimmer. So, connection available. What does that mean? Did it cut us out?
I think we're better now.
Hopefully we didn't cut out and you guys missed my wonderful reenactment of my son stimming. But anyways, we don't try to stop stimming in our house. I know that sometimes there's complaints about ABA and that it wants to interfere with stimming, and it's such a huge part of life and existence for a lot of people on the spectrum.
I need my car radio, or I need my hot tub in the evening, or I need, when I'm going bananas in my office and I'm just going in circles. It's what I'm doing to center myself. So I just think what we do in our house is we try to teach the appropriate place to do it and what you can and can't do, right? So Ben used to do this. Okay. Weird and gross.
Yeah.
Because
he's putting his hands in his mouth. Well, and you could get sick.
It's just, and it's not socially appropriate, right? If I'm doing this, when I'm talking to you, as a coworker, you're going to be like, okay, bye-bye, go back to your desk. But so we actually kind of redirected him now. His stims change, but so I want him to be able to do his thing, but he just has to be socially appropriate. So we've kind of...
well, and socially appropriate, it depends on your audience, too.
Right, absolutely. That's a gray area, especially people with autism, right?
Right. So, as you've got an individual with autism that has a lot of skills that's going to be able to go out into the workforce. And yes, I'm all for educating the neurotypical population to be aware of autism and some of the things, but I think the education has to go both ways. And some people may find it gross if you're putting your hands in your mouth. So you probably don't see me biting my nails at work. I'm not sitting at work and at meetings with my hands in my mouth.
No, you're doing it at home.
I do it at home. I do it in my car.
So that's what we try to teach them, the place to do that.
Because it's kind of gross that I'm doing it. I don't like that I do it. I go through phases where I put stuff on my nails that tastes bad to stop. And but I'm 42 years old and I still bite my nails. So I don't know. I for some reason can't completely get rid of it out of my life. But I have learned, kind of where and when to do it.
I think it's just the filter, right? It's so Ben, my kid's big thing is he's 18. He swings, okay? So we try to keep this, he's 18, he's like a man now. So if he goes to the park with somebody that's got itty-bitty kids and he is swinging, should he be allowed to do that? Yes. But as a mom of somebody with itty-bitty kids, you're going to be thinking, if I'm not to explain the Ben's needs, you're going to think he's some creepy dude. You might think he's a creepy dude.
Well, that's where a few weeks ago I talked about that first responders responding. That's where someone's going to call the police and say there's this man at the park swinging
by himself.
So should he be allowed to? Yes. Is the
real world.
Is the education out there enough in the community for that to prevent them from calling the police on the adult man that's swinging at the park? We're not there yet.
No.
So the education has to go both ways, but there's nothing that I see particularly wrong with educating Ben that maybe if he goes to the park and there are a bunch of little kids there, to look for a swing that's off to the side or something so that you're not... Yes. So
his daily swinging, we keep to the basement. We have a swing in our basement and attached to the beams.
Okay.
And so he literally gets on the swing in his 100 and some odd pound body and swings from one end of the ceiling.
Do you have it in a beam or something in the ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ex-husband, for doing that. He went so far the other day, he put his foot through the tiles.
Oh, goodness.
So we had to chill it down. But that is what he does. And I've tried to find replacement. It did no.
Yeah, he just loves swinging.
He just loves swinging.
I actually really like swinging.
Who doesn't like swinging?
We should put a swing at the office. I think that would be great.
That's a great. We should.
Jessica's over here behind us, and she's thinking of decorating the corporate office, so maybe she's listening to us and gonna get us a swing.
I would like one that spins too. Ben's can spin too.
So again, I think our whole point is that we all stim. Definitely people with autism like to stim. They seem to have a higher need to do it, and maybe some rules and ideas of where to do it safely or where to do it in a way that is appropriate depending on your audience. I mean, if Ben has a friend that has autism and they both like to do that with their fingers, then maybe that would be appropriate in that context.
At your house,
yeah, they can bond over it, But
I don't want to change him. I just want to teach him when it's socially appropriate because I want him to be able to have as independent of life as he.
Well, I'm commenting on the socially appropriate because I know some people will say then it goes both ways. That the other people need to be tolerant of some of the things that are different that people with autism might do.
I think it's in general you have to, but yes.
However, one of our goals here is to help the people we serve be as independent as possible, and we can control what we're teaching them. We can't always control everybody's response to them. So I think we need to advocate and educate the community, but we also need to do everything we can to teach our children and the learners we serve how to be successful. That's in the world we live in. There are people with autism, people without autism. There's nice people, there's not nice people. There's accepting people, there's
always going to be those jerks.
There's jerks.
There's always going to be those people. So.
Right. So yeah, I think that's just my 2 cents on it. But no, I think our goal in ABA is never to stop stimming. I think if my child really loves looking in his peripheral vision, he's verbal and he can tell me he loves it. He absolutely loves stimming. He loves it and he needs to do it, and I think there's nothing wrong with that to me. He's not hurting anybody. Although sometimes I do have to tell him that we can't do it if we're in a crowded setting.
Because it's not.
So like if we're at a street fest or something, sometimes we're out for a long time, he will want to do it because it's been, a length of time he needs to chill out. But you can't walk around smacking people with your sticks. So, I mean, that's not, I'm not being mean, I'm not letting him not be himself, but you can't be hitting people with your sticks. So we either need to wait till we get home or we need to find somewhere that's away from the crowd.
That's what we used to do, just find a different space for him. He used to take Matchbox cars and just go round and round and round on the table, and you can't really do that at Starbucks sometimes or at a nice restaurant or
maybe if you're having a family party and people are sitting at the table.
But you can't do it. So, but you can take that and do that somewhere else. So
yeah. So that's it. If anyone has any interesting or fun experiences with stimming they want to share, or have any questions on, anything you guys are going through at home, I'd love to hear from you guys.
Oh wait, we did change Ben's.
Oh yeah, what did you change it to?
We tried to get a hand out of his mouth, and he just does this now.
Oh.
It's a little weird, but it's not disgusting.
That's all right, though. I mean, I mess with my glasses. I play with my hair.
But then it's a certain level that he can still do.
Yeah, no one's going to think this is gross.
Right.
Or spreading germs. Or getting everybody sick. So, yeah.
Well, we changed it too, so.
Anyway. Well, that's good. I mean, the other one's pretty creative, though. I like that one. Seems kind of like a choreographed.
It's got a lot of good Benisms, yeah.
Did he have any sort of meaning behind it that he ever communicated?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, I like that one. Well, I know, I don't like it for you because you don't want to be spreading germs and putting germs in your mouth and all of
freaking
that.
Your siblings out.
Yes.
Anyway.
Okay, now we're just rambling, so we are going to let you guys go. I'm so happy so many of you are watching us.
Yay.
Hopefully find us very fun and exciting. But I'm going to go back to work.
I have to too. Okay. Okay.
But work is fun here at BPI.
Work is very fun.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, it didn't hit.